Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's Josh Thomas from the BitBlock here, once again to bring you through a little video tour for Super Smash Bros. On the Nintendo 3DS. Today we're going to be checking out the options, which is maybe not the most exciting concept, but I do think there are some cool things in here that big fans of the series will be interested in learning. First of all, we have some control customization. Correct me if I'm wrong, and I usually am, but I'm fairly certain you could not do this in previous games in the series. So essentially, you can decide what every button is going to do. So just to give you a few examples, X I can use to jump. I can also use Y to jump. Of course, I can use up on the circle pad to jump as well. A button, basic attacks. B, and it shows you in the top right corner what you're pressing and what move it's going to be. But let's say instead of B being my fireballs, I wanted that to be A. I can click on the bottom touchscreen, drop that there, and now pressing A is what I would use to shoot fireballs out of Mario's mitts. I actually don't want that, so I'm going to switch it back. Just to give you another example. L is to grab. Maybe I don't want the shoulder button to grab, and maybe I want X to be my grab. So there you go. And now L is my jump. I actually don't want that. I'm pretty happy with how everything is set up by default, so I'm not going to monkey with any of this. One thing I would suggest is if you look in the bottom left corner of the touchscreen, it says off. If I turn that on, now anytime I move the circle pad, my character will instantly be in dash mode, which is nice because, obviously in Smash Brothers you can walk. Let me see. Yeah, I see. I'm just walking right now. But you have to actually dash, by pushing the circle pad kind of hard. So if you wanted to just turn that on, you could. Maybe it will prevent you from breaking your circle pad. I don't know. I don't see how you can honestly break your circle pad from this game. I'm going to go ahead and save all that. There have been reports of some people breaking their circle pad, which I think is a little ridiculous. You gotta take it easy. So next up, we're gonna be checking out some audio options. It's pretty basic stuff. We've got our meter for music. You can turn that down a little bit. And then, of course, we've got meter for sound effects. And then voice samples. So I'm just going to adjust this a little bit. I think that's pretty good. Now, another thing you can, of course, do is go into the sound test area where you can... It's essentially a jukebox of all Super Smash Bros. Music in the game. So just to give you a few examples. Some Melee menu music. There's some really great music in this game, by the way. And look at this. There's a lot of it. They have crammed so many soundtrack samples in this. They're not even samples. They're full-fledged tracks. Oh, I could sit here and listen to this for hours. One of the really cool things, though, is what you can do is you can actually, in this mode, I could close the lid to my Nintendo 3DS and the music would still be playing. So if you wanted to put some earphones into your 3DS and then listen to it while it's in your pocket, maybe you're on the bus or whatever, you could do that, which is pretty awesome. Another thing I wanted to show you guys is, of course, this is Smash Brothers, so you can go through all the character sound effects. There's a whole bunch of them. Let's see here. Let's go through Little Max. I think you get the idea. So yeah, that is the soundtrack area. I am going to go back. I think I saved that, I'm not sure. Another really cool thing is you can adjust the thickness of the outline on characters. So this is something exclusive to the Nintendo 3DS version. It's put into the game to help you see the character easier because, of course, you're playing it on a smaller screen. By default, it gives you this medium outline. You can also go a little bit thicker, or if you wanted to, you could have no outline at all. Before playing the game, I thought I would go with no outline, but I do find having that little outline there does help you keep track of your character and the other characters as well. In fact, I might even suggest going full-blown, as thick as it can go. I'm going to save it at that. So it's a nice little feature. Next up, you have where the percentage is going to be displayed. Of course, the damage percentage when you're playing matches. You can have it all the way off, which is what I have it right now. I actually don't usually play like that. You can have it to where it's on the bottom of the screen, or you can change it to be on the top. I actually choose the bottom of the screen so it's not covering the characters' faces. But yeah, that's a new, neat little addition, if you want to be really picky with where damage is displayed. I don't know why you wouldn't want it displayed at all. That's kind of strange. But maybe you just want it to be a mystery as you're fighting, I guess. Next up, we've got a few options here, but most importantly is for Nintendo Network stuff, where you can change up what your character says when you taunt. So there will be a little text bubble above them. D-pad is obviously corresponding with, you know, what direction you're pressing in. So mine are Yummy and Horf Horf, Bit Blocked, and I'm Sticky. I don't know. I couldn't come up with anything. I think I need to adjust some of those. Let's actually change one right now. Instead of saying I'm Sticky, let's say... I'm going to be playing against Andre very soon, so let's taunt him with Explain That. Andre, of course, from Game Explain. Oh, geez. See, I'm really annoyed with how it actually does that, to where it doesn't move the word on the bottom of the bubble. Maybe I can change that. Hold on, let's actually do that. If I put a space... It's a little annoying, right? I don't know if it'll just... I'm pretty sure that might just be because this is the Japanese build. Let's try it again and see what that does. I put 2 spaces. There we go! Explain that! That's what I'm going to say to him when I destroy him. Alright, let's back out. So yeah, that is just a quick little tour of the options that you have in Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo 3DS. Some cool stuff there. Be sure to keep it locked right here to the BitBlock for a lot more coverage on Super Smash Bros. For the 3DS and the Wii U. Alright, I'll talk to you guys later.